I have a working example of SQLite on the web with the help of IndexedDB and SQL.js API, and I'm going to show you how I did it. This video focuses on porting SQLite to the web, not just making it work but have it persisted too. And those of you who have already followed this series, you watched me covering the SQL.js part, and at the time I wasn't happy with that library because SQL.js doesn't persist between sessions. It is an in-memory DB, so every time you refresh the page it starts all over. But persistence is achievable, just not through SQL.js. So a little background before the solution. I have a to-do demo app which natively uses Expo SQLite, and I called initiate the Expo SQLite with this command: open database async will initiate the SQLite, but on the web that doesn't work. And instead of breaking my app, I created the web-specific module that mimics the same interface but different implementation, hence the use of SQL.js. This is called adapter pattern. Whenever you have something that doesn't work, that breaks your app on the web, maybe try making a web-specific module and see if that helps. Same goes for iOS or Android. You could have a specific module and mimic the implementation to something that works on that platform. It works only in memory, meaning every page refresh will initiate a new database. But I have another solution, and it's not an original solution. I already found out on some article or GitHub issue, is to have the binary representation of the database saved in the IndexedDB, and whenever I load the SQL database on the web, I just look at is there something in the IndexedDB. If it is there, then initiate the database with the saved data. By the way, I couldn't make transactions work with SQL.js. I don't know, I have to look into that. But how the IndexedDB looks, so I have a utility and I use the IDB dependency, which is a wrapper around the IndexedDB. And I have two methods. One is for fetching the binary SQLite database, and the second is for exporting the database from SQL.js and saving it in the store. And how I actually use it is not ideal but works for small databases, is whenever I have some kind of write operation, insert, delete, I call the save to IndexedDB, which calls the DB export and saves it in the store. And I will demonstrate how it works. So this is initial data coming from the SQLite migration of populating my initial table. And of course it will be there between every page refresh, but if I enter another task and if I refresh it, it is there. And this is coming from SQLite. So yes, this solution works, but I'm not sure what happens when the database is too big. I don't think it will be ideal to call export every single time on every write, especially if you have frequent writes. Maybe use debounced writing to save to IndexedDB, so maybe have a timeout and cancel previous timeouts if you have something already writing to the IndexedDB. This implementation works for my demo case, but still it's a small database. I also don't know if IndexedDB will scream if the value of writing to the store will become too big. But yes, this solution will work on the web and SQLite will be persistent on the web. Let me know in the comments if you have another better idea, and thank you for watching this video.